Now, we go through the Ishopanishad mantra. You must have heard, all of us must have heard about it. Om Purnam Madha Purnam Midam Purnat Purnam Uddachate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vishyashate. Now what does this mean? The personality of God is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as is this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. It's all complete, complete, complete. Om Purnaha Purnam Midam. So it is Purna. Now try to understand this Purna word. First thing, you'll understand, I'll explain this to you with logic. What happens today, we are more logically minded. So I'll explain to you by logic, you'll understand impersonal and personal like this. It'll take you a minute to understand. See, first question. And you'll understand the Jeev Tattva also, the soul. God is eternal, you believe? Okay, first. Number two, He is Purna, He is complete. Now, next question. Is He complete for some time, or is He eternally complete? Right. So if He is eternally complete, that means He should have an impersonal and personal both forms. Right? Now sometimes people say He is impersonal and sometimes He becomes personal. That means that when He is He's got no personal form, that means that time that impersonality is only there, that means it is complete or incomplete? Incomplete. So that is not possible. So that means God has to be eternally complete. So if He has to be eternally complete, that's why the Upanishads talk of both. The impersonal feature and the personal feature. Nirakar and Sakar, both is taught in the Upanishads. But the basic fact is this, that we people only take up some Upanishads which are talking about His energy. Like for example, I take Ramji's, I want to write Ramji's life history. I make 2 volumes of it. In one volume, what I do, I talk about his factories, about his bank balance, everything, right? That is the energy. That is your energy, or your servants and everything. And now the second book, I'm talking about your personality. You look like this, you're like this. Now I don't read the second book, I only read the first book, because I'm interested only in how should I gather something from him. This thing I'm not interested, because I don't want to become a devotee of his. I want to actually enjoy him. So I'm only interested in the energy part. So what happens with people also in Upanishads, what would they do? They will only take up the Nirakar aspect, which is the energy aspect, which I just explained to you 2 days back. Your intelligence is your energy, right? Intelligence is personal or impersonal? Impersonal. But you are personal. The personal controls the impersonal. So now when you come to this, then you understand, oh, this is so easy to understand. That means God has got both, because God is complete. And that impersonal and personal, never is a time that God is only personal or God is only impersonal. No, both exactly state. Like for you, you may not be exhibiting your intelligence, but you have still got intelligence. So easy to understand. And now, as God is complete, so He should have parts. Because if He doesn't have parts, His completeness is broken. Right? See, philosophically, I try to, when you understand this completeness of God, 2 dramatically opposite qualities can exist in Him. He is personal and impersonal. He is eternally complete. All these things fall into place. Do they not? That means for its completeness, the part should also be there. And now this part should also be eternal. Because if he's at some point of time he doesn't have a part, that means at that particular point of time he is incomplete, which is not possible. Understood? You didn't understand? Okay. Because this is very important. Try to understand this. Because I'm trying to take you directly to the level of Bahunam Janmanamante. I want you in this lifetime only you come to that level which people waste millions of lifetimes to come to that level. See, remember, Kali Yuga has got one good thing. In this point, in Kali Yuga, you can actually jump. You can do a hop, step and jump. You don't have to run. You can take a lift and go up. God is complete, right? God is complete, right? He is eternal, right? Now, you are young, so you are lucky, because you have not got into the Nirakar and Sakar aspect of God, because you do not went into the philosophy. You are a lucky soul. Because people who got stuck in Nirakar, for them to come out becomes very, very difficult, because it's a very dicey place. Nirakar means impersonal. So in India there is a philosophy, not only in India, all over the world. It's very crazy. In Quran also, the people who are Muslims also are practiced. Two type of sects are there. One who says their Allah is impersonal, and one who says their Allah is person, whereas Jannat has been described. that it's got beautiful milk, rivers of milk and fruits and this and that. So the question mark comes, what? There no one resides there. And Jesus says that I am going back and I'll make a house for you to come. That means if the house is there, there have to be other houses there. He says there are other houses also. So that means their houses are there, no people. Oh my God, how is that possible? If houses are there, there has to be some people there. So the basic fact is this, the impersonal means actually, in a sense, you are actually denying God. It is an atheist philosophy. It is an atheist philosophy where you ultimately talk of God to become God. That means I join your company. One day, I want to throw you out and become you. So it is what is a theist philosophy? A theist philosophy is that philosophy in which you believe that God is eternal, He was there, is there, and will remain there. Atheist philosophy means that for some time I believe in God and then I know there is no God. So actually you are ultimately believing in no God. Then how can you call yourself a theist? How? How can you call yourself a theist? You can't call yourself a theist. Ultimately you're not believing in God. You say I am God, but I'm using this God to become God. What is this? So there is impersonal and personal aspect. Now for your understanding that God is impersonal and personal both eternally. It is no time, at no point of time, any of these two features are missing. Okay? So he's got a personality and impersonal. Now what is impersonal? Impersonal is his energy aspect and personal is his personality. Now we'll be talking about the personality later on. As you asked me the question, I'll be basically talking about it because in Brahma Samhita, in the Vedas, in Gopal Tapani Upanishad, the Lord has been described. The Lord has been described, that how He is. So it is not difficult for us to understand, because Prabhupada used to, this question used to be raised by people, because you used to say that you made your God according to your own mental speculation. No, sorry, we didn't do it. So, and now God is complete. So complete means He also. If there are no parts, that means He is missing. So we are the parts. Now as He is eternally complete, so that means the part also exists eternally. That's why never question this. When did we come? Because that is actually a foolish question. So qualitatively we are same. Qualitatively we are same. Sometimes the people who believe in impersonal, they give the example of ocean. That you take water from the ocean, put the water back into the ocean, it becomes ocean. But I go a step further. I say that you take out some molecules from the water, from the big molecule, and you put the molecules back. Do the molecules merge into the molecules, or molecules have their own individuality? Now these are for people who don't understand basically. Then the Ramanujacharya Madhvacharya stated, the ocean also has fishes. Why do you talk about the fishes? There are so many living entities. Actually that example is a very bogus example. You don't merge into anything. You are individual, you are Sanatana. Mama eva amsa jiva loke jiva bhuta Sanatana. The jiva is there, you are eternal, you have got individuality. You have got a form, which form is now constrained because of you are not in your natural environment. That is why it has become shrunk. It is shrunk. It is not. We are actually totally here. Everything is dead matter. Prabhu, try to understand. You are giving life to it. The soul is giving life to it, and it is. I'll talk about Paramatma. Then I'll explain to you more about it. Then you'll understand it better. But that's why the part is there. Now you understand. By its completeness, you can understand. So the part is also there, but the part remains a part. And remember, the part is never less, that it will not get the happiness which it has to get. But the happiness will only come when the part gets connected to the whole. But the whole has to be, how the connection will be there. See, everything is connected in a different way. Like two wires have to be connected by wire to wire, right? Now you don't connect two wires with some fixing liquid. Do you do that? No, there's a different way to connect wires. In the same way you want to connect to steel plates. How do you do it? With some gum? No. So we are conscious, He is conscious. We are anu conscious, we are minute conscious, He is infinite conscious. Now the basic fact is this, when two conscious beings are connecting, how do they connect? By love. See, life is what? It is connection of love. But the basic fact is this, I'll talk about it more in the next 4 days. So the consciousness, now how do you connect with you connect with your father through gum? Through welding machine? No. How do you connect? So simple. I am life, He is life. So this life will connect with that life by what? By some gum, by some welding machine? No. By love.